One-on-one right here, a preview of what we're going to see at Seasons Beatings as Johnny Dangerous in one half of the Anarchy Tag Team Champions, Slim J.
John Johnson, I got to tell you, first of all, you said what we're going to see at Seasons Beatings, but if you notice the opening of the contest, both men shook hands, a very competitive, professional type of situation there, which we don't get to see too often with both men, the sportsman-like. And do you really feel going into Seasons Beatings that it's going to be able to remain? They all seem to be friends, but do you think it's going to be able to stay that way when the tag titles, the NWA Anarchy Tag Team Championship is on the line?
You know, personally, I really don't care. You know, I don't give a flip about either four of these men, okay? I really don't. We all know that the ambassadors deserve to be in this. Hold on. Okay.
Are you okay? Do you need some oxygen?
I'm going to be a professional here, okay? That's what I do. I'm in the running as broadcaster of the year, okay? I'm going to be a professional, and I'm going to tell you. The fans at home
I'm listening. I'm waiting.
The fans at home know that the ambassadors deserve to be the Anarchy Tag Team Champions. They deserve that. But I had to call it the way it is right now. Right now, it's Johnny Dangerous and Slim J. Armed and Dangerous got the tag team title shot against a team that doesn't even deserve to be the tag team champions because, let's face it, they're a makeshift tag team. They're a ragtag. They were put together. They're put together like a broken jigsaw puzzle. They don't go together.
Well, I tell you what, you go on and on and on about how they're a makeshift team, but you know what? The thing is, they are the champions right now, and the point is they have defended those championship rather, and succeeded. So whether you say they've been put together or not, the point is that they defended it successfully, and well, in the eyes of everybody else, they are the NWA Anarchy Tag Team Champions. Your guys had that opportunity to go for that #1 contender slot, and well, you didn't win. So time and time again, you talk about it, and right there, the rightful people that should be going for that Seasons Beating matchup are in that ring right now.
One of the things that needs to be brought up, besides old news like that, we know what's going on. Okay? Forget that. One of the things, Slim J has trained both Johnny Dangerous and Lane Vasser. He was their trainer. He broke both these men into the sport of professional wrestling. So he knows them very well. But these guys know Slim J very well, too.
That's a great point, and I tell you, that's why it's been such a great matchup so far between the two, between Johnny Dangerous and Slim J. A lot of high-risk maneuvers here, high impact from Slim J and from Johnny Dangerous, as we just saw. Slim J revving up right here, going to go for it all, but wow, oh my gosh, Johnny Dangerous threw Slim J over the top rope. I thought Slim J might be able to catch himself on the apron, but he went all the way to the floor, and Bryan Cassanova, the other half of the NWA Anarchy Tag Team Champions, checking on Slim J right here, and Johnny Dangerous going to go for it. Oh, but look at the power and the strength right there from Bryan Cassanova, able to catch Johnny Dangerous. And as you notice right there, Lane Vasser making his way to kind of keep things a little more fair here. Well, they've been fair so far, but to keep it remaining the same. Certainly seen some interesting things from Lane Vasser over the past couple weeks here. He is an intense man, and sometimes that intensity just goes a little too far once you get him revved up. And I don't know if that's something that Bryan Cassanova would want to do here this week. Slim J going for the pickup there. Johnny Dangerous, wow, great maneuver there on Slim J. And you're absolutely right, Slim J did train Johnny Dangerous and Lane Vasser here. Wow, swinging neck breaker with authority, with impact. Goes in for the cover, 2 count. And that's why the matchup at Seasons Beating is going to be so important, because you've got kind of the student and the teacher, not to mention you've got the tag team title picture implications going on here. Certainly a great matchup, I assure you. Wow, German suplex from Slim J, able to bridge up and get the shoulder up as well as still in the pin attempt there. Now we're going to see Slim J with the opportunity, kind of the head scissors here. Woo! I have to regroup. Isn't this an amazing match? You know, look thrilled.
First of all, I'll give credit where credit's due. Slim J is one of the greats here in NWA Anarchy. Hell, he's one of the greats in the NWA arena. The man has done it all here in this building. This man, when it was NWA Wildside, he was a junior heavyweight champion. He was one half of the tag team champion in Wildside. In Anarchy, he's been the Anarchy television champion. He was the first Anarchy Young Lions champion. He was the Anarchy heavyweight champion, and now he's one half of the Anarchy tag team champions. There's no other superstar, there's no other wrestler who has done what Slim J's done in this building. But all good things had to come to an end. Slim J is a glory hog. Slim J is a cheater, he's a liar, and Bryan Cassanova needs to watch his back, because that's all Slim J's doing is using Bryan Cassanova.
I totally disagree with that. I think they've both been an amazing team together, certainly proven themselves time and time again, and Slim J is a decorated champion without a doubt, and the experience to go along with that, and we've certainly seen that here in this matchup this week. Wow, Johnny Dangerous just threw Slim J across the ring there. And these men have both gone back and forth. There's certainly some shades of what we're going to see here at Seasons Beatings, no doubt. And maybe taking Slim J off his game just a little. It's kind of the teacher and the student. Student kind of getting a little better up of the teacher there. Going for the cover, two count, says referee Dee Byers. Johnny Dangerous getting a little frustrated here. But I feel like it's going to certainly take a little bit more oomph to be able to put together, to be able to get that pinfall attempt, or I should say the pinfall against a Slim J here. Yeah, Irish whip into the corner. Johnny Dangerous eyeing his man up, goes in for it, big clothesline, meets him in the corner there. Slim J down on the ground. And now Johnny Dangerous going to go in again for that cover attempt. We saw that like once earlier, kind of an interesting way with your back leaning completely against, putting all your weight against Slim J. And now Johnny Dangerous going to go up here. Middle rope, perhaps going all the way to the top. He did, but Slim J able to cut him off. And now where's Slim J going to go with this? Oh!
NWA Anarchy, John the Body Johnson, Timmy D here with you. If you just joined us, one-on-one preview for Seasons Beatings. Slim J and Johnny Dangerous. Of course, when they see each other's Seasons Beatings, it'll be for the Anarchy Tag Team Championship. Big suplex.
The impact of that, did you see Slim J just flipped all the way up in the air, and that was just from the momentum of the power. You can only imagine the intensity that had to be inflicted upon Johnny Dangerous.
Still to come in this hour, our feature contest. It will be a special tag team challenge ordered by Brody Ray Chase as the NWA North American Champion Sean Tempers, the NWA Anarchy Heavyweight Champion Ozro team up to take on the team of Billy Buck and Skira Corvus. And of course, this is 14 days before their big shot at the World Heavyweight Champion Adam Pearce at Seasons Beatings.
Wow, I tell you what, Johnny Dangerous being the challenger along with Lane Vasser going into Seasons Beatings against the NWA Anarchy Tag Team Champions has certainly proven his mettle here this week against Slim J. That I think he's definitely been holding his own, and I think Slim J has to realize that as well too. I'm not sure they've been watching films back and forth on each other, but Slim J may have to go back to the drawing board again for the next couple of weeks before Seasons Beatings happens if they want to be able to retain those championships. And right now Johnny Dangerous on the top rope here fighting back. Certainly recall the big suplex that took place. Wow, and again, Slim J. Wow, Johnny Dangerous able to roll through with the cover, too. Whoa, and just like that, could be the pinfall, and that's exactly what could happen at Seasons Beatings, and we could be having ourselves new Anarchy Tag Team Champions.
Oh, yeah. Yay.
Wouldn't that be glorious? Would you stand up and celebrate? I take it as that's a no. Johnny Dangerous, wow, thought he was going to go in there for the shoulder tackle, but Slim J able to hold on, and again, like a tornado DDT onto Johnny Dangerous. Now Slim J, we certainly know he can fly, going all the way up to the top rope here. Johnny Dangerous not really sure where he's at the moment. Slim J all for it, and very quickly, mind you, goes in for the cover, but still only a 2 count. Both men giving it their all here this week. Both men have to be spent just a little bit. The fans here in Cornelia, Georgia, getting behind both men. And right now, Slim J, I was going to go for a belly to back here, but puts him up on the top rope. Slim J calling for it.
I was about to put up a very, very interesting notice that I've noticed here, was that a lot of these fans that are usually cheering for Slim J have found themselves cheering on Johnny Dangerous in this match. Got to be a unique thing for Slim J. Had to have the crowd on his side, and a pinning combination here.
Whoa, man, I thought for sure there might have been a 3 count as well, too. You're absolutely right. It seems a little more for the Johnny chance going on, but the Slim J still has his factor as well going in for it, and that's what makes this matchup so interesting, and certainly will be for Seasons Beatings as well. And both men have given it back and forth. Just when you think one has that advantage and that the match is going to be over, the other one is able to turn it around somehow. Johnny Dangerous holding on, and again Slim J thought was going to go on the the bottom of the floor there. Whoa, man, the quick lightning fast paceness there from Slim J. I tell you, like out of nowhere, he hits you and you don't even realize what had happened, and right now back into it.
He's got that submission on. I mean, it looked like he was going for a sunset flip, rolled all the way through, wasn't able to get a pin, but went right for that arm, and could be looking for the submission, and this crowd getting behind Johnny Dangerous.
You're absolutely right. Makes you wonder, is Slim J not used to that? If it's going to throw off his game just a tad bit, but right now he's in control, planning that submission move. Dee Byers checking to see if Johnny Dangerous is giving it up. He also is checking the shoulders well too to make sure that his shoulders aren't on the mat. And now Johnny Dangerous trying to fight out with position. And this is a good defensive maneuver right here to be able to mount some offense into this. Wow, look at the power right here. And Slim J able to still hold on to that leg and going right in for it. Wow, wrenching back, pulling the head of Johnny Dangerous all the way back while still holding onto that leg.
And right there you can see Johnny Dangerous locked, cinched in, very close to the ropes. You see Lane Vasser there urging his partner on.
Well, I can't tell if he's wanting to make the tag, which he can't do, or if he's trying to reach the ropes. Either way, he needs some help right about now to get out of this maneuver, and he was able to reach the bottom rope there. Referee Dee Byers is going to call for it. And wait a second, Bryan Cassanova making his way over to Lane Vasser. We've seen these two kind of eye to eye.
Wait a minute.
A roll up here from Johnny Dangerous. Wait a second, in the bridge. And he got the pin.
The winner of this contest, Johnny Dangerous.
Wow, what an upset here. That certainly has to be
wait a minute. Timbers have flared between Vasser and Cassanova.
Wait a second, you don't want to, look, oh my gosh, you don't want to get, wait, they're both better. Wait a second. We thought it was going to be some friendly competition, and everyone seems to be going at it there. Slim J, Johnny Dangerous trying to hold off their men.
That's that rage that we've seen from Lane Vasser over the past couple of months.
That's why I warned earlier of Bryan Cassanova. I tell you, once you get Lane Vasser in this state of mind, there's no getting him out.
Whoa.